Hey, comic compadres, and welcome back to the Hood Rap Podcast with our comic show that me and Space do with the Go Collect. We look at their top 100, and we look at books that took tremendous falls, like big falls. They have to be big falls to be on our show. So our show is kind of where comics don't want to be, because we look at we look at books that went from top to not. Some books you may have forgot about in your your comic book freezer. But in general, we're just here to help you find deals in a world full of comic deals, right, bro?
That's right, dude. You just gotta. There's tons of them out there, like we've been saying for weeks now. So it's time to go find them.
Yeah, it's a time to buy, and it's a time to enjoy comics. If you are a true comic reader. Right. But no matter what, bro, how do we keep it on the show?
I mean, whether the books are cold or hot, we stay cool, baby.
Always, bro.
Stay cool.
All right, comic amigos. So here we go with our first book of the co-show, and that's Wolverine #1, the limited series written by Sir Chris Claremont, back on September 1st, 1982. The cover art is by the great Frank Miller, and the interior is by Miller and Joe Rubinstein. Logan on this book embarks on a gritty journey through Japan, and really shows his love for cherry blossoms. And
yes,
yeah, and this is this book is a big nod to classic samurai films like the Seven Samurai and Yojimbo. And if y'all didn't know, man, Seven Samurais was a big influence for George Lucas and Star Wars, and
for Star Wars,
a lot of stuff for Steven Spielberg. Look up these shows. I always say, we're not talking about the comic book per se, but if you want to watch some good stuff, good samurai stuff like I love, and I know Space love, right? You love that stuff, right?
Yep. Yeah, dude. I love any martial arts films, but especially samurai films for sure.
Bro, yeah, man. For sure, man. Seven Samurais, go check that out. And that was done by Akira Kurosawa. So look him up. But in service of Logan, he faces a bunch of ninja clans, and and he has to dive into his past. But the collab between Claremont and Miller is makes this book epic. But you know what else is epic, bro? I got one of these too.
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
Oh man, let me see, bro. Let me see. What do you got, bro? What do you got? You got one too?
Oh, how weird.
But what is it wrapped? What is it wrapped in, bro? What do you got it wrapped in, bro?
This is just same as yours. This is from our friends over at Comic Capsule. They got us a couple of these. Awesome. Basically, it's a slab. It's like super high quality. I've seen a couple people actually online put their books in this and then drop them from like head height.
Right.
No damage to the books whatsoever. So this is basically like a slab to a degree that you can open. You can open the top of it and switch your book out. So that's the.
But what's so cool about these is it comes out. I'll take mine out right now, and it comes out so easy, and it comes out and it goes in so smooth. And this is like their second one, right? So it's an upgrade, and I like the first one. The first one was
they were all clear, I think, right? Yeah, they were all clear.
Yeah. So here,
this is like like that.
Yeah, man, these are awesome, man. These are easy snap covers to protect your comics around, and these are anti-UV resin, also, right?
They block out all those UV rays. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit better than what CGC does, because I see books turning yellow.
Especially if you leave them up on your wall, or it's in like a display case in a front window in a store, and they start to get all yellow and gross and like discolored and start to fade. So yeah, these protect against that, and you can open them. That's the coolest part. You get tired of looking at that book, you want to put another book in there, boom, it's easy. It takes like 10 seconds.
And you can throw it in the back of your backpack if you're at a con, or if you're going to a local comic book shop, or wherever you're going. If you want to show off a book and you don't want to slab it, you fall into that territory where like I don't like CGC or slabbing or in general.
Yeah. You just want all your books raw. Yeah. Exactly.
And you want to read it.
It's a kind of the perfect solution for it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to read it, right? That's like, hey, I want to read that again. It's my only copy, whatever.
Make sure you go and check out our friends over at Comic Capsule. It's comiccapsule.com, and you can check these out. But Space, What are you gonna do with these books? You're gonna be at WonderCon this weekend, right?
I'm gonna be at WonderCon, and I'm gonna have 2 of these bad boys to give away at WonderCon. So all you got to
Really?
do, 2 of them. Yeah, I got 2 extras. They were nice enough to send out 2 extras, and they said, you know what, let's do something cool. And I said, you know what, let's give some away. Right? That's what they said to you. That's what they said to me. Let's do it. So I think all you got to do is, if you see me walking around at WonderCon, all you got to do is say, "Stay cool."
You tap them on the shoulder and go,
"That's it.
Stay cool."
Yeah, yeah. Or like, "Hey, Space, stay cool." And you know what?
Cool.
I'm gonna pull it out of my backpack and I'm gonna hand it to you,
like a samurai, like a samurai,
that's like a sword
in Wolverine #1, bro.
That's right. That's right.
And hand you one of these, man.
Yeah. But, so I got 2 to give away. So make sure, shoot your shot. Maybe you'll get one. They're pretty awesome. I love them. By the way. Yeah, they're really, and they're strong too. Yeah. And I'm not a weakling, so they're pretty strong.
I mean, I highly recommend these. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about the comic capsules and the guys over there at comiccapsule.com. Like, these are awesome. I totally would buy one, man. I mean, I'd be 100%. Totally tapping you on the shoulder at WonderCon saying,
keep it cool, get yours, baby. Man. Get yours. Exactly. And then you know what? You might find out you really like them. And they're not that expensive. I think they're sold in, you can buy them individually, I think, but you can buy them in a couple packs. So, well worth the money. Protect your books.
Yeah. But go check them out at comiccapsule.com, and let's see how this book is doing over on CGC and Go Collect.
Perfect.
All right, friends. So let's dive into this epic book, with the collaboration between Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. You got to give Frank Miller his props, man. I know a lot of people are, dogging him right now for his art, but he earned getting those covers, even if they're not the greatest covers. Like, without Frank Miller, sure. I mean, dude, come on. Daredevil,
you know what? We might still have, like, I call it like nice guy comics, like everyone just being nice to each other and not really doing anything. Like, he brought the grit back into comic storytelling. So, like, you got to give him his due on that for sure.
And he brought like real, like, real storytelling that's more for adults and less for kids, Exactly. You got to enjoy that. You got to give him his props. But let's see how this book is doing over here on CGC. So 9.8s. There are about 77 sales of this. The FMV on a 9.8 is about $1,400, and we're talking about the newsstands. All right, guys. So sorry, I forgot to mention in the beginning, but this is the newsstand version of Wolverine #1. The 1 year average of this is $1,315. The 30-day moving average is about $1,449, so it's staying pretty steady. 9.6 is big drop off, as Space likes to say, man. It's going big for drop. Wow, big drop. Yeah, more than a quarter of the price. FMV for that is $425. 1 year moving average is $373. 30-day moving average is $415. Then we got a $100 drop on the 9.4s for $325, with a 30-day moving average of $310. And going down the list, I'm looking at maybe that 9.0 right there, man. Or even, I stick with a 9.0 on this one. 9.0 FMV is $240, with the 1 year average at 160, 90-day moving average at 167, and 30-day moving average at 183. So I think the deal is about right there. What do you think, bro?
I think so as well. That looks like the sweet spot for sure, because you could probably, you really push, you could probably get it for $100 cheaper than the FMV on a 9.0 right now. So I think that's the way to get it.
And even right now with cons in full swing, I know Space is going to be at WonderCon this weekend, giving away one of those comic capsules. These guys aren't going to be there, but I know they do show up at a lot of cons, like Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. So getting that double signed by these guys, and they're in their golden years, so you don't know how long they're going to be. So
don't delay on looking for those. If you want this one or any other books they've worked on together, or even individual, don't delay. Get the signature as soon as you can.
All right, friends. So here we go with the fresh sales for this week on this cold comic, the newsstand for Wolverine #1. On March 22nd, we have a 8.5 that went for $169. Another 8.5 on March 22nd went for $155. All these are newsstands. This is not, this is not bad for newsstands.
No, not at all.
9.2. Look at that, man.
That's
what would you say, man? 215?
215 exactly. Right.
Yeah,
Took the words out of my mouth.
yeah, about 215. And then
Hmm.
we have another one. It doesn't say it is a slab, but it was signed by Joe Rubenstein. And
Hmm.
that went for $350. It doesn't say how much what grade that was.
Yeah.
But moving over to the Raws, someone got a pretty good deal right here, man. So on
Hmm.
this one, very good. He got it for less than $47
Yeah.
from Canada. But that shipping, man, that shipping kind of
That shipping, and then
yeah.
also up at the top corner, it looks like somebody let their 4-year-old go crazy with the Sharpie. So
Oh yeah.
I think that's what
There,
dropped the price on that bad boy.
yep, there you go. And
Yeah.
then on March 18th, another newsstand, first solo title, first Yukio, went for $85 with $7 shipping.
Yep.
And then on March 15th, Wolverine #1, low grade, went for that's not bad, $35.
Not at all. Yeah.
And then on March 12th, look at this. Someone must be in I don't know, man. Must be in decent condition. I mean, I can't
Yeah,
tell from
it's
here,
got to
but
be for that
one
high.
bid for
Yep.
$150, man.
Wow.
And this was sold by someone with 90%, only 41. Only 41. Look at that.
Yep.
I like the way
41
they're
sales.
doing this now. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Me
Only
too.
41 sales with 90% success rate, or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
rating.
Approval. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Approval, thumbs up. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not that hard to get 100% on eBay. You have to
No.
really try hard to get 90%.
Yeah,
or like,
I think you got to be a stick in the mud and like hold to your guns on, if people have a problem with something and then they start to mark you down. But other
I
than that,
know,
it's
man.
not difficult.
It's not difficult, man. You just have to like send the books, send whatever you sending in good condition in a nice
Yep.
box and package
Yeah.
well, and you'll get a thumbs up. But
Yeah.
that's what these books are going for. So what do you think, bro? Good price right now for these on the
Yeah.
raws or on the slabs?
I think on this one, it's probably the slabs are going to take it. If you're going to look for it, just like we were saying before, that 9.0 seems like the sweet spot. 8.5 is right up against it. So it seems like a 9.0, 9.2. If you can get it for, under $200, that's a awesome grade for this like iconic book.
All right, friends. So here we go. We got another. We got a repeat offender. And we've shown. I think this kid was on our show, like during the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's a newsstand. It was a newsstand too. So this is a newsstand
Mhm.
for the Amazing Spider-Man number 300. It's written by the great Dave Michelini,
Mhm.
with the art by the great Todd McFarlane.
Great.
This was published on May 1st, 1988. And I remember my uncle telling me when this came out, he bought like 20 copies.
Oh
Smart man.
man.
Smart
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
for sure.
And I think he still has like 20 of them. He's
Good.
hard,
Good for
hard for him
him.
to sell them. Hard for
Yeah,
him to sell them.
I get it.
This right now is at number 58. This is down 15 spots from number 43. And this is the first appearance of Venom. This is a team up, like I said before, between Michelini and McFarlane. They unleash into the universe a symbiotic saga that changes Marvel forever, with intense
Mhm.
graphic showdowns. This is the evolution of Venom's origin and a gripping struggle with Peter Parker as he fights the symbiotes and himself, which influences, in the end, the birth of Venom. Great book to have. I mean, I have one. I have a 9.2 signed by McFarlane. It is not in my comic capsule. It is in a CG slab. How about you, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I think I have it slapped as well. I have a 9.0 or a 9.2 as well, but it's probably got to be the most um 3.5 looking 9.0 you've ever seen. It has so many ticks all over it. I don't know how it got a 9.0, but it did. So I'll take it.
Bro, my 9.2 it looks like a 9.8. I have no idea how I got a 9.2.
Isn't that
Uh,
weird? It's
I
crazy,
know.
right?
Wait. Let me check. I have it right there. Yep, it is a 9.2. Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
9.2.
so
Yeah, I thought it
weird.
was a 9.4, but it's the weirdest 9.2. I was like, man, when I sent it in, I was like, this has to be, a 9.8. I don't see nothing, but they
Yep.
gave me a 9.2.
Hey man,
But
it is.
but I have a big fat gold signature of with Tom McFarlane, so
There you
I
go.
appreciate
Nice.
that, man. So let's check out what this book is doing over here on Go Collect and CGC. All right, here we go. A book from the great 80s. 1988 was a
Mhm.
great year. I remember 1988 like it was yesterday. I miss
Yeah.
those days, man.
I think it was yesterday, dude. That's how I feel.
Wasn't it in 1980? Did it in 1988? Like Colors come out? Remember that movie Colors? Remember with
Yes,
Sean
dude.
Penn and Robert
Yes.
Duvall?
Yep. I
Yeah,
love that movie.
bro, that movie is so sick.
Yeah.
You youngsters don't know nothing about Colors, man. That was like,
Yeah.
and the
Go
Ice
watch
T
it.
song. The Ice,
Yep.
yep, yeah.
Exactly. Ice-T did. Ice-T did. I think he did 2 songs on the soundtrack. Yeah.
I think in '88, Venom came out. I mean, ASM 300 came out and Colors, so it was a great year for everybody.
Great year. Great year.
And maybe even Pretty Woman came out that year. I have no idea.
Oh
Bro.
yeah, I don't know. That's a good. I don't
It's
know.
late '80s, man.
I don't remember. I remember Colors way more than Pretty Woman.
I know. I remember Colors too. So here we go with the stats over here on CGC. A 9.8 of this newsstand for Amazing Spider-Man 300. The FMV on that is $10,000. Only one sold. You know, the 1 year average on this is $11,951. But there's 22 sales, but the last one to sell, was 11,951. Not bad,
No, not at all.
Still a down payment on a Tesla. So
yeah. Go get it.
Inflation's a bitch. We all know.
That's the truth.
9.6. We have 111 sales. FMV big drop, huge drop, man.
Huge drop,
like 80% drop.
Yeah.
$1,700. 1 year average is 1661 with the 30-day moving average at 1682. 9.4 at 725 on the FMB. 30-day moving average is 682. 9.2 675. 30-day moving average is 619. It looks like all these books are staying steady, man. So unless you find like a newsstand in the wild, like I'm just gonna go for the direct.
Yep.
Yeah. And was this a year where a lot of a lot of books are going into comic book shops? Coming out of comic book shops instead of you buying it at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, exactly. Or out on, you're walking past the actual newsstand and you see it on there. This is way more direct. I think this is the start at the very end of the 80s. 88, 89 is when these kind of started to push towards comic book stores more. So you're going to see a lot less of those newsstands. And another good thing to note, I think what you're seeing on the screen right now is where it says Census NA is because there is not so much recorded data on this book in newsstand. So you're going to have way more info on it for the direct editions instead of the newsstands.
Yeah. Take it from the man, I miss newsstands, I remember. I mean, remember when I went to New York, the first time I ever went to New York, man, they had newsstands everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
And then I went there, last year, no newsstands, bro. Me and you were talking about like, you can find one, bro. You can find one.
Yeah, you got to find one. We got to do a live report from a newsstand and get a newsstand copy of a comic, but can't find one.
They do not exist. They do not exist anymore. Here we go with the fresh sales for Amazing Spider-Man number 300. So on March 23rd, on this, check this out, man. It's not bad. Look, a 9.0 signed by Todd McFarlane. Newsstand went for $1,349. Wow.
Yeah.
Not even an offer.
All. Yeah. No, just sold.
On March 22nd, a 9.4 went for less than $949 from Random Guy number 3. 99.3 on his average. That's pretty good. I mean, I take that. I buy from you, bro.
I would trust it for sure.
Yeah. 90? I don't know, bro. It's hard to get a 90,
Yep. You got to do a lot of things wrong.
March 22nd, an 8.0 newsstand went for about $400 with $17 shipping. March 17th, an Amazing Spider-Man 300 newsstand. It's signed by Todd McFarlane, but I do not see the grade. And that went for about $900. And here we go with the raws on the newsstands. Price is still pretty good on these, except for the bottom one. And we'll get to that one. I think that guy got lucky.
I think so too.
March 21st, we have one that went for less than $200. So about $180.
Yeah.
It says a low grade copy. I mean, a low grade copy. Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
For 80s, late 80s book.
Yep.
Then we have one on January 18th. Not a lot of these sold. You can see like the dates. Like I have some from January and then some from March. So there's not you don't see these a lot on eBay as raws. And that one went for close to $1,000, a VF condition. Then on March 14th, we have one that went for $300. And then check this out, on March 21st, a couple of days ago, one went for $75.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I think the guy didn't even know he had a newsstand. Look, he says, look at the title. He didn't even put newsstand. Someone just picked it off. You know?
Yeah, immediate and best offer accepted too. So maybe he even got it.
He just
right. Maybe he was just like, didn't even argue. $75. Here you go.
He didn't even. This guy didn't even know. So if you and when you guys out there in the comic book universe got this, write a comment, man, because I want to shake your hand, virtually.
You definitely.
You got a pretty good deal, bro.
Yeah, you get a high five from both of us. For sure. All right, friends. Third book up on the list, the cold list this week is Fantastic Four, number 52. And if you don't know what this book is, maybe you're just not familiar with comics. This one's been around, obviously, a very long time. It's the 52nd issue of Fantastic Four. This is the first appearance of the Black Panther with just an awesome cover. I love this cover so much. Beautiful cover, man. Yeah, I love it. So it's like his silhouette against the moon looks just fantastic. I've always wanted this book. Haven't got it yet. One of these days I'll get it. But this book was at number 31, fell 38 spots, which is a pretty big drop to number 69. And if you're like me, you laugh every time you hear that number. So you can go ahead and chuckle now. I didn't even notice that until now, bro. Like, oh, dang, there we go. Yeah, in my head, I was laughing when I said it. So,
but you just got kicked off of YouTube, bro.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope not. I didn't say anything racy or anything. It's just
I know, right?
It's a number. It's a number.
We just said number 16. It is on number 69.
It's exactly. I don't control it.
Yeah, 69, 69, 69.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, this first appearance of Black Panther, let's check out the CGC and Go Collect census, see what's going on. All right, as you can see, key significance right there. First appearance of Black Panther, also known as T'Challa, right? Artists on this one there's Jack King Kirby and Sam Rosen, and written by the great Stan Lee. Hold 12 cents when it came out on July 1st, 1966. Universal copies of this, there's 6,497 on the census. Signatures, you got 508. Restored Purple Label of Death, you got 343.
Wow.
And that seems like a pretty high number, but the importance of this book, leads you to believe essentially that it doesn't matter.
Purple Label.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter what color label this book sells. This is like a very desirable book for anybody in any grade, any color label. And qualified, you got 136. So 9/8 on the census. There's only 6, so it's pretty significant. If you have this book in a 9/8, you have a very rare piece of history, because you don't see them that high of a grade. You don't see these really above like an 8/0, to be honest, because it's just really difficult to book this old. And that last 9/8 sold in what is that? December 28th. I had a hard time.
2017.
2017. So quite a while ago. It sold for $51,700. So that's a pretty penny right there. That's a whole Tesla for the most part. 9/6s on the census. There's 16 with 12 sales. FMV is $28,000, and your 1-year average, because that's all the info that we got, is 30K. So it's down just a little bit because it's that high of a grade, and it's probably not really selling. 9/4s, 42 on the census with 28 sales. Your FMV is $14,000. Your 1 year is $15,600, and your 90 days $13,200. So up a little bit from the 90-day, but still cruising. These just like
it's cruising.
Like Hood says, this is a pretty steady Nelly book. Because even though it's gotten cold, quote unquote, because it's on this list, it's still a book that is going to sell when people see it. And, it's up on a wall somewhere. People are always going to be interested. 9/2s, there's 55 on the census. 8,500 is the FMV, and your 1 year is 9,750. I don't know. I personally, us plebes, like we always say, we're probably in the, 6 to 7/0 range. If you really kind of want to look at this book. I would probably be closer to 6/0, just because it's, it gets to be a pretty pricey book once it gets to a a higher grade number there. So, but that 6.0 looks fairly appealing to me. Between the FMV of 900 and 30-day of 800, you could probably hit somebody up and say, "Hey, what about 750?" and kind of work from there. So, and quite
Especially
a
with
few
the
more.
cons going on, you
Yeah,
can get a deal.
exactly. Yep, people are going to want to be moving books. They're going to have to, get money to buy other collections and see what they can find. So, yeah, throw numbers out there. If you're at a con, you're at WonderCon, and you see me after you go get your comic capsule, just go over and get yourself a Fantastic Four 52 and a 6.0 for maybe $700. I don't know.
And stick it
Could
in
be.
that comic capsule.
That's right, and keep it safe. It's not graded. All right, over on the electronic bay, the slabbed side of things for this book on eBay. Looks like an 8.0 on March 23rd went for $3,138 on 37 bids. So that's pretty significant. A book that that's that old and that high grade, and so good on them. That's not too bad.
White too, yeah.
Yep, not too bad at all. Yeah, I usually see these in these were left out, and they start to fade. The covers fade, the insides fade. They get all gross. So if you get like Hood said, you get off-white white pages. That's pretty awesome for this book. On the 22nd, a 4.0 went for $425 with $15 shipping. A 1.5 on the 22nd went for $290 with looks like a giant chunk missing out of the corners, but you still got the book, so good on you. And then on the 21st, a 5.5 went for $740 with free shipping. So, prices are kind of all over the map, but it just shows you this book is always selling. 2 of them sold on the 22nd. So on the raw side of eBay, it looks like, somebody a fine, very fine 7.0 equivalent or so, right around there, $110 with $7 shipping on the 22nd. Very good, fine. Went for $500 on the 20th. Another one went for best offer accepted, $500, and then on the 19th, just about $1,600, just under $1,600. Very fine, they say in big bold letters.
A holy grail issue, bro.
Yeah, holy grail issue.
That will get you. Putting that in your comments will get you $1,500, man.
Yeah, exactly, or maybe even a little bit more. It just depends, but yeah, it shows you in all grades, 1.5 to 8.0. This book is always selling, so get out there and get your. All right, friends, and our final book on the cold list this week. This is a repeat offender as well. It's been on the list several times. It's
I still haven't got it, bro. I still haven't got it.
Oh, you haven't got one yet? Oh man, we gotta fix that. We gotta get Hood a copy of this year.
Right.
9 months left, we can do it. 8 months left, we can do it. But this book is either always on the hot list or the cold list, right? It's on one of them no matter what, because this book, like the last book, is always desirable. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Iconic cover by John Romita. I love this book. Such a cool piece of art in general, but a great book as well, because this is the first appearance of Spidey and Daredevil's one of their nemesis, Kingpin. So this was at number 34, fell 52 spots to number 86, and let's kind of dig into it and see what's going on. All right. Key significance is that first appearance of the Kingpin. Art on this, great John Romita, great Sam Rosen. Stan Lee, again, wrote this iconic book, and it came out July 10th, 1967. On the Universal CGC grade, census, I should say, there's 6,379. Signature, there's 779. Purple label of death, there's 375, but this is just like the Black Panther book. In any grade, doesn't matter. People are going to be buying this book, looking at this book. Qualified, there's 63. Just like the Black Panther book as well, the 9/8, there's only 8 of them on the census.
Damn,
so super low count, but look at that FMV.
Wow.
$96,000. That just shows you how desirable this book is right there.
I'm going to buy you a house in Oklahoma, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah. Might even buy you 2 houses.
Maybe, yeah.
It could even, get you a grandmother's quarters out back. 9/6. There's 17 on the census. your FMV on that is you know, less than half of what the 9.8 is. A big
That's
drop.
still not bad. We've seen
But,
worse, right?
but
Yeah, that's
still,
still
yeah,
not bad, bro.
but still, that's pretty solid because usually it ends
Yeah.
up being like a fourth or a fifth. So this,
Mhm.
you know, this is a little bit more than that. So $31,000 FMV on the 9.6 year, and with a 1 year average. So it's probably just sold, you know, maybe once over this last year in a 9.6, 29,400. So pretty close to that as well. It's doing okay for a book
Mhm.
that high. 9.4, there's 56 on the census with 25 sales. FMV is 12,500. Your 1 year is 12,000. So down from that, obviously. But your 30 days are 12,000 across the board. 1 year, 90 day, 30 days. So, you know, it's kind of seen a little bit of surgence probably with all the talk of the Echo show in this year and him showing up in that. It's kind of why it spiked a little bit, but now it's cooled up back off again. 9.2s, there's 93 on the census, and your FMV is 8,750. And your 1 year is it's up from the 1 year. It's probably not really selling that much this last year, but 7,640 is the 1 year average on this book. But down in the plebes category where we reside, you know, this book is always sells in whatever grade you have it in. It doesn't even matter if it's like, you know, 1.5 or 2.0. It's
Mhm.
always looking at it. They're always looking for a copy of this book. I like that 7.0, 6.5, 7.0 range. Probably good. The 6.5 is a pretty good dip down from the 30-day. Your FMV on the 6.5 is 1,200, and your 30-day is 1070. So you could probably get this book under $1,000 in a 6.5, but the
That would
FMV
be sweet.
slightly higher. So yeah, I mean, maybe $900 if you're, you know, really stretch it with someone. Like we said, con season's coming up. Get out there
Mhm.
and find this book because they're definitely there. All right. On March 22nd, over on eBay, it looks like a 4.0, and this Spider-Man number 50 went for $440 on 32 bids. It's a lot of
32
bids.
bids. That's a ton of bids, bro.
Pretty crazy. So, but you know, that's kind of right up against what the FMV is for that grade in this book. On the 20th, another 4.0 went for a little bit more for $500 for $25 shipping. On the 19th, a 3.5 went for $385 on 29 bids. It's a lot of bids too. And then
Yep.
on the 17th, a
Oof.
9.4 went for just under $12,000, $11,999.99 with $50 shipping. That's a
You know,
that's a
that
wow.
that's a lot of
That's
money for the you know, the seller, but that's a
yeah.
lot of money for eBay too, because how much they get off that, right?
Yeah, they're getting
They
their
probably get like
11% or 13% or whatever, 12 point something
yeah,
percent. So
$1,300,
good for them just on that one sale, you
right?
know. But yeah, it's you got to pay to play. It's kind of how it goes.
Yep, yep.
So on the raw side of things on this book on the 22nd, one went for 465 best offer accepted. Looks like they say it's probably a 0.5, so real low grade, but I don't know. Could be a little bit higher. It's kind of hard to tell from pictures
Mhm.
sometimes, like we say. On the 20th, another one decent looking copy went for 300 with $12 shipping. On the 19th, no grade on this one as well, but 461.96 was the final price on 7 bids. And then decent looking copy
Look at this one, bro.
at the bottom there. It looks pretty good. You know, I would say that's probably above a 7.0 just from the
Mhm.
little screen that we can see there. $1,205 on 45 bids. So that, you know, just like we say, like we've been saying, essentially, this book sells. It's always desirable. Doesn't
Always.
matter if it's in beat condition or not. And you know, now looks like a good time to get out there, especially in that raw category. What do you think, raw or slabbed on this one?
I'm going for raw, bro. You know?
Yeah, I agree too. You could probably work a little bit better deal
Yeah.
in the raw category as well.
All right, amigos, that's our show for this week. Make sure you say what's up to my boy Space. Simple you over there at WonderCon in Anaheim, California this coming weekend. And like we told you guys before, our friends at Comic Capsule is going to hook you up because all I have to do is tap Space on his shoulder and say, stay cool, baby. That's
Stay
it.
cool, baby. Yep.
That's
and
it.
then you get one of these guys. You don't get the book.
You don't get the book.
But you get one of these guys.
Yep, you get one of them. You get one of them,
Yeah.
and then you can actually
You can
use
put-
that.
Yeah.
That, you know, so
Yeah. You can go buy your own Wolverine #1 and put it in it. There you go.
But make sure you check our boys out, our friends out over at Comic Capsule. You're gonna see a link down in the description. Make sure you follow our friends at Go Collect as well. There's a description in the down there in the description. I mean, there's a link. Make sure you follow my boy Space also on his YouTube channel. He got a ton of good stuff coming up. You want to talk a little bit about that, bro? Like, cause you got
I did, man. I've gone to quite a few things lately and filmed a bunch of stuff. I'm in the process of editing a bunch of stuff coming right now and a bunch of videos coming out. And, you know, my wife surprises me all the time with cool stuff. And I always do unboxing videos for those things too. And I just dropped one of those. So go check that out on my channel, but appreciate it. Yeah,
check them out, man. And, but most important, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe here. And if you don't if you do anything, leave a comment. I mean, comments mean so much to YouTube videos, and you know, we're not getting rich off this. So
no,
we just want to be rich in comments. That's all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. We want to talk about comics and enjoy everyone in the community.
Yeah, but no matter what, man, at WonderCon, if it's gonna be rain, sun, or shine, man, how you gonna keep it, bro?
Man, I know no matter what, we'll both keep it cool, baby.
Always.
Both of us, always.